What's going on, guys? It's Greg from East Coast Eyes, and today we have the inside the product video for our new Mirage head. If you didn't see the commercial or the live stream release, you can go watch those. They're both uploaded on our channel right now. They'll give you kind of in the live release. I went through some of these things, a Q&A, some giveaways, and some other cool stuff. So it has a lot of cool content. But in this video, I'm giving you guys kind of the full breakdown and the story of what the Mirage is all about. So we're super excited for this product. You know, we've been working on it for almost a year and a half. It feels like it's been forever, and we're just excited to get it out there, to see you guys using it and have it out in the lacrosse world. You know, kind of all of us as lacrosse players grew up dreaming of working in lacrosse and dreaming of designing our own lacrosse head, and now it's finally here. We've completed our full stick offering, and we couldn't really be more excited. So basic info, the new Mirage is gonna come in all white, all black, and then it's also going to come in a couple elite pocket options. So it's going to be in just the white head, in all white hero mesh, and black striker hero mesh. I'll get into this a little bit later as well. The Mirage is $89.99 for us. Really good price point for an elite high-end head. Should compete really well there. It weighs only 4.5 ounces, which you compare that to some other heads like the Tactic, which is 4.950, the new Evo, which is all the way at 5.3. It is a half ounce or even more lighter than most elite offensive heads out there, but it's definitely as stiff or stiffer than most of those heads. And so for us, we love to see a really lightweight head. We want to get it as light as possible, because every single little tenth of an ounce makes a difference in your head speed. And when you're talking about tenths of a second or hundredths of a second that goals are going in, being missed or saved, every little tenth of an ounce does make a difference. But when you find it on the shelves, it's going to come on this really cool headstand. So you'll see it hanging, got kind of a billboard sort of thing going there. Be able to put it on your shelves, display it in your rooms, wherever you want to do this. This is going to look like when you find it in a store or when you buy one online, complete with the headstand screwed in. So on the headstand, this is definitely a unique aspect. We were looking at how do we want to package the Mirage. You know, we've been pretty innovative with packaging in the past with mesh, and this product's definitely no different. It's going to stand out on the shelf. We're going to put a tag on it, but we thought, like, why put a tag that people are just going to tear off and throw away? So we started thinking of some ideas, and Brian came up with a great one. He said, why don't we make something that people can reuse after and give them a headstand? And you know, throughout my whole life running this business, I've always wanted a headstand and had a really hard time finding them. We get requests all the time. So we thought, if we include a headstand with all the heads, they can be displayed well, you can see it well on the wall. And then you guys, once you're done with your Mirage or using it, you can take the headstand off, and you can use it on your other heads to take pictures, display them in your room, display them for your business, whatever you want to do. It makes a really perfect headstand. It bounces really well, and so I think this is some packaging that you guys, like an iPhone or something, definitely wouldn't want to throw away when you're done with it. Let's start out by telling you guys a brief story about how the Mirage was developed. So about a year and a half ago, we decided we wanted to make our own head. We started designing it. We got to LaxCon earlier this year in January, and we had a 3D printed version that cost us like $1,000 to make it look like a perfect head, and we were ready to unveil it for everyone. We had a cool plexiglass case for it. We had it on display under some cool lights. We were gonna whip like a black cloth off of it and do a big thing, and then there was a blizzard, and not really that many people showed up. We couldn't even make it back for the second day due to the blizzard, and so no one really got to see the head. And after that, we took feedback from the people that did get to see it, from 3D prints we had, ones we used, and we pretty much completely tossed that design in the trash and started entirely from scratch with a new design and focused on making the head sleeker, more aggressive, faster, lighter, stiffer, better for offense, and all around just took everyone's feedback and completely improved the head. And that's where we land at the Mirage we have today, and why it kind of took so long. It was out there for a little bit, and people were kind of like, oh, what happened? It fell off so much, and that was the reason. We took almost an entire year after that to completely redesign the head to make it as good as it could possibly be. So basically, the Mirage, we designed it to be for an elite offensive player. The weight, the stiffness, the face shape, everything about it, that's what we designed it for. The guys that like to shoot fast, run hard, dodge, feed, pass, scoring goals and making assists, really for the elite offensive player. But as we developed it, we actually found that we made a really stiff head, and it was one of the stiffest heads we tested despite its weight. So it also works for two-way middies, defensive middies, even LSMs. Mike's used it as well, and even down to D guys. So while we did design it specifically for the elite offensive player, it could be pretty versatile, and some other guys around the field could use it and will use it. But basically on the design, we've got A 3-strut design, really focused toward the bottom part of the head where we want to keep the stiffness and keep it from warping. And on the face shape, we went with what pretty much everyone here loves, and what a lot of we found elite offensive players love, is a really tight pinch. So it's really close to the minimum requirements, all the way up to about halfway in the head. Then it has a pretty aggressive flare. So this is going to give you a lot of control, a lot of hold. It's going to make it easier to string. And it's just going to make it more accurate because it's going to want to come out the middle more often. The big focus on this head was making it really easy to string. Obviously, we're a company that started in stringing heads. Before I even had mesh, this was a stringing service way back in my bedroom. And mesh and pockets have always been our big product. So that's what drove this design a lot. And for a lot of companies, making a head that's easy to string just consisted of adding 17 sidewall holes to the thing, and boom, you have tons of stringing options. But for us, we took it a little bit further. Used 3D printing extensively to make, there's a lot of things that go into how well a head strings, and you guys definitely know that. Between the bottom rail shape, the offset, the face shape, the curve here, and then sidewall hole spacing and amount, all those things come together to make it easy to string. And you'll find that by trying a lot of different iterations, spacing, different constraints here and throughout the bottom rail, with 3D printing and like dozens of prototypes, we're able to make one that all those things work together really well. So you'll find you can make kind of whatever pocket you want from mid-high to mid-low super easily. And the next big focus was making the head in the United States. That was a really big deal for us. And so we have them all injection molded here in the United States, creating more jobs and a higher quality product in our eyes. We wanted to go a step further and actually create the mold that makes the head in the United States. That's not that common in lacrosse because it costs 2 or even 3 times more than it would to make a mold in Asia. But for us, that's the most important part. Injection molding is really important, but making that big piece of steel, what actually creates the mold, is what's going to create a high quality head and a really nice finished part. So bringing the production to the United States was really important, but also bringing the manufacturing of the tooling and equipment to the United States was even more important, and one unique thing about the Mirage. So overall, we are extremely excited for the release of Mirage. We hope you guys are excited as we are, and I think it's going to be a great success, and I've been loving using it for the past almost a year now. So make sure to check it out in stores now. We have a lot of media coming out about it, including my weapon of choice in the next couple weeks. Make sure to like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.